next part of chromatography is a part 2, that is classification of chromatographic method. In part 1 we already studied the terminology which is related to the chromatography. So in this video we will discuss the classification of chromatographic method. So the chromatography, I just revise it. It is a technique we generally use for the separation of a mixture of a chemical substances into the individual components. So there are various type of a chromatography like liquid chromatography, gas chromatography, ion exchange chromatography, affinity chromatography, and likewise many more. So one by one we will study the different methods of chromatography. So here the one classification which is based on the mechanism of a separation in a chromatography. So according to this, the chromatographic method is divided into 5 parts. One, adsorption chromatography, then second, partition chromatography, then ion exchange chromatography, exclusion chromatography, and last is affinity chromatography. So these are the some techniques of chromatography which is separated or which is classified as on the basis of the mechanism of a separation. So first is the adsorption chromatography. So adsorption chromatography is a type of liquid chromatography in which chemicals are retained based on their absorption and desorption at the surface of the support of a stationary phase. This method is also sometimes referred as liquid solid chromatography. So in this technique, one column is there which contains a stationary phase which is indicated as a blue color, and here one mixture is there which is indicated in orange color, which having a component X and Y, and solvent is there which act as a mobile phase. So mobile phase and this mixture we inserted into the column for the adsorption chromatography. As the solvent or mobile phase move along the column, that X component gets separated and which is in a purple color, and Y component is there in green color. So we can say X is adsorbed here and Y is not absorbed in the stationary phase, therefore it is eluted first. I just repeat, the mixture contains two components X and Y, and as we see the result, the X component get bind or you can say adsorb on the stationary phase, so it is there, and the Y is a component which is not adsorbed on the stationary phase, so it is eluted. So the binding of a component or the separation of a component which is there in the mixture to the stationary phase is depend upon the adsorption phenomena. Means if the component of a mixture get adsorbed on the stationary phase, it will be eluted somewhat late. On those who are not having adsorption on the stationary phase is eluted first. Next is a partition chromatography. So this is a technique defined as the separation of a component between the two liquid phases. One is the original solvent and a film of a solvent in the column. So here the partition means the separation of a component into the two liquid phase, one and the second one. So the two liquid phases, how it is there in chromatography, this is a stationary phase which must be a solid in nature, which is coated with the one liquid phase, and the mobile phase and your solvent is already there in the liquid phase. So when your sample enter into the column with mobile phase, here the partition of a solute or the concentration or the concentrate solute will get equally partitioned between the mobile phase liquid and a liquid which is coated on the stationary phase. Means your sample having a mixture like A, B, C, then consider your A is there, it A get partitioned between the mobile phase and the solvent which is or the liquid which is coated on the stationary phase, and ultimately they are get partition between them, and the band is observed in the column chromatography. So likewise the different component of a mixture having a different partition coefficient related to that particular liquid, like A having a some partition coefficient value, B having some other, C having some other. So the partitioning between this stationary phase, a coating liquid, and mobile phase coating liquid is different for the different component. So on the basis of their partition capacity, they get separated into the column chromatography. So when your stationary phase and liquid phase both are in liquid phase, then it will follow the partition phenomena. Next is the ion exchange chromatography. The name itself says it shows the exchange of ion. So generally we have noticed that ion is of some of positive charges and some are having negative charges. So ion exchange chromatography involve the separation of a component of the mixture via ion exchange mechanism. Differently charged component of a mixture are separated with the help of different ion in the separation technique. So consider this is the column which is having a stationary phase which is having a positive charge. So when you place a sample with your mobile phase containing some positive ion and some negative ion, so as they move from the column, ultimately that positive charge ion which is there on the stationary phase attract the negative charge from the mobile phase and sample. So ultimately the negative charge get bind towards the stationary phase. As the repulsion is there between this positive charge and this positive charge, so ultimately due to the repulsion they will not going to bind or attract towards the stationary phase. They eluted like this positive, and this negative get bind over the stationary phase. So as they are going to separate positive charge and negative charge by ion exchange chromatography. So different types of resins are used in this chromatography technique. The main principal phenomena of this technique is separation of a component on the basis of the charge or a ion present in that particular component. Next is the exclusion chromatography. So this type of a chromatography involve the separation of a different component of a mixture based on their size. In the size exclusion chromatography, component of a mixture are filtered based on their hydrodynamic volume or hydrodynamic diameter, means you can say according to their size. It can be noted that size exclusion chromatography is also known as a gel permeation chromatography or gel filtration chromatography. So basic phenomena of this technique is separation of a component on the basis of their size. So in first, when it is in absorption chromatography, the separation is depend upon the absorption. In ion exchange chromatography, the separation is done on the basis of a charge which is present on the substance. So likewise in exclusion chromatography, that is size exclusion chromatography, the separation of a component is done by the different sizes of a component. So here one example. So this is a column which is having a stationary phase, and here we insert the sample which having a two type of a component. One is cylindrical shape and which is in red color, and second one is a green color circular shape. So on the basis of their size and shape, they are going to separate in the column. So ultimately this red color cylindrical rod shape particle will travel easily from the stationary phase, so it is eluted first, and the green color circle particle which get entrapped in the stationary phase, so it will be eluted last one. So on the basis of their size and shape, they are going to separate. So this chromatography is known as a size exclusion chromatography. Next is the affinity chromatography. It is a separation method based on the specific binding interaction between immobilized ligand and its binding partner. Example is antibody antigen reaction, which is generally taken between the enzyme and inhibitor. So it is also known as a enzyme inhibitor reaction. So this is the diagram which is explaining the affinity chromatography. So here is a sample applied to equilibrated column, and this is the sample, and this yellow color is your stationary phase. So ultimately this your sample get travel from the stationary phase, and after washing with some sodium phosphate due to the because it is a enzyme inhibitor reaction, then it is washing and then the column is regenerated. So on the basis of their affinity towards the particular enzyme or inhibitors, they are going to separate. Like first they are going to separate like square and circle, and then triangle will be separated. So here the separation takes place on the basis of enzyme and inhibitor reaction. So it is one of the example of affinity chromatography. So these are some techniques or chromatography classification on the basis of the mechanism of separation. Thank you. Subscribe my channel.